All right, I think we're live. Hey everyone, Jon Bobrow here, CEO and founder of Move38 and creator of Blinks. Welcome back to our first lunchtime live stream of 2021. Happy New Year, everyone. It's really great to see all of you back and be able to actually take the moment to pause and reflect on quite a year. And 2021 is definitely off to a running start. So I see our regulars joining in again. Hi Lee, it's great to see you. Hi Mike. Of course, say hello in the comments and join in the chat. Today, I'm really excited to share what some of you have already had a chance to experience for the holidays. So today I'm going to do an unboxing of the very first Blinks Game System package. This is the first time we've created this offering. If you backed our most recent Kickstarter with the Epic Adventure, the Blinks Game System is the best entry point into Blinks. And the very first boxes actually shipped out, some of them for the holidays. And so the first box that I actually got to get my hands on didn't arrive until after a number of you are receiving your Blinks at home. And so I'll give some updates for Kickstarter backers. We've got lots of updates. As I mentioned, we had over 100 shipments go out for the holidays that were rushed to get out as quickly as possible. And we've got lots and lots more shipments that are starting to go out this week as we made sure to verify that all of our warehouses can actually account for all of the inventory and should make that shipping process go nice and smooth. So I'm excited to give those updates. The other thing, I'll bring it up again as I close for our live stream, but if you haven't received any of our emails about this, if this is the first you're seeing of Blinks, you're curious about the games for Blinks and making games, January is really exciting. It's one of my favorite times of the year because it's the month of Global Game Jam. And so if you don't know what Global Game Jam is, I'll tell you. Game jams, first of all, are kind of like a hackathon, but for making games. And Move38 is a longtime supporter of and participant of different game jams. And so some of the very first games for Blinks were made because I had hosted game jams. I had invited people to make their own games on a platform I was building. And out of the very first sets we shipped, 4 out of the first 12 games were made, actually ideated and created within 12 to 48 hours at a game jam. Well, this January, this is really special for us. The Global Game Jam is where on one day, or in fact this year it's going to be 1 week, all around the world, different people interested in making their own games, whether it be professional game designers or hobbyists, get together. And in this case, it's January 27th is the first day of the Global Game Jam. A theme is announced for the Global Game Jam. And then game jammers group up in teams. Sometimes the teams are as small as 1. Other times the teams are as many as 4. For Blinks games, we recommend a team size of 2 to 4 works. But these game jam games are such a fun way to be creative on a very condensed schedule. Just something that you can, it's a great excuse to work with friends. It's a great excuse to meet people you've never known. And the kind of results that we see come out from game jams are just incredible, so much so that you'll notice a number of the games in this past year, we published more than 15 games from the community. lots of those were actually made at game jams. So some of the games like Group Therapy that I'll show in a bit was made at a game jam, and Pirates and Lasers was a group of 4 game designers. It's the most we'd ever seen come together for a Blinks game, but 4 game designers worked together, some for the artwork, some for the game mechanics, but they all collaborated, and Pirates and Lasers was actually the grand prize winner of the Blinks Global Game Jam in January last year. So I'll give some more details on that, but January 27th is when that game jam starts, but you need to register before, so you can check down here in the description of this YouTube live stream, and you'll be able to click on the link to register, and be sure to share with us your team name, because we're looking to get the biggest gathering of Blinks developers together this year for the Global Game Jam. Let's see. Hey Jonas, all right, good to see you on here as well. So I think I can talk more about the Global Game Jam, and if you have any questions about it, one thing that actually I wanted to bring up is there's, if you've been watching the live streams, you notice that there's a Blinks simulator. And so for participants who don't yet have Blinks or are thinking about getting a developer kit but don't yet have a developer kit, you can develop a game in the simulator, and you can pair up with somebody on your team so they can load up their Blinks load up your game onto their Blinks. And I think we can really have, I'd love to see over 100 Blinks game jammers out there this month. And I think with your help, we can really do it. So yeah, I'll be talking lots more about the game jam. It's difficult for me not to, because it's such a fun excuse to play games and make games and meet new people. So yeah, and if you're new to coding, it's a perfect excuse to learn how. Myself and Dan, our game design lead, we're going to be doing a tutorial during the game jam so that you can get up and running and making your own games. All right, so how about I pop over and show off this bad boy. So these started shipping for the holidays. This is brand new, and this is, for the first time ever, this is the Blinks Game System. And you'll notice that this box is bigger than our other boxes, so let me I'll grab one. So here's the Blinks, this was the core set, and this came with 6 games, but we found that the best place to start with Blinks was with more than 6. And we wanted to make sure that we gave everybody the best 9 games to start with. So instead of the first 6 that people were receiving, including one that you couldn't play until you had 12, the new Blinks Game System, which is live on our website today, these are shipping now, includes 9 games, and they're 9 games that all work really awesome with 9 Blinks, and of course, work even better as you get more. So I'm going to switch over to, there we go, so here's the first. So the new box, you'll notice the sleeve slides off nice and, it's sturdy, but comes off nice and easy. Here's the inner box. We really like to use sustainable materials. So if you'll notice, it's all paper material. We use a really high quality box. I think most people notice that this is, much like opening an iPhone. So, once again, real sustainable. And I like to, I'll slide this in here for the moment. So let me set that aside. So when you get into your Blinks game system, this is the entry point. And if you've been with us for this whole journey, our first Blinks that we shipped with game booklets that were the size of this box. And one of the pieces of feedback we received was they were a little bit large for people to carry the instructions with them if they wanted to keep them with them. And so when we went to this size box. We shrunk down our instructions, and I really like the feel of these boxes, and I really like the feel of those instructions. And so we stayed consistent with that. And of course, we include a Blinks sticker in here, one that you can put on your laptop. We've all got ours on our laptops. I think I've got one on the back of my phone. If you'd like more Blinks stickers, reach out to us. We love sharing swag. And so right when you get into the new game system, you can see all the games that you're going to be able to play. And, a big shout out to the Move 38 team for bringing this together in just a really nice way. I think, there are 9 Blinks in the box. I guess I'll get to the unboxing in a moment. But the instructions, they walk you through not only getting started with your Blinks, but also just the basics. We've found that most people want to learn the games by seeing us play them. And so if you scan this QR code, it'll bring you right to the games page where you can watch videos of how each of the games are played. Of course, if you're the kind of person who likes to read the instructions or reference them, we've got these really beautifully illustrated instructions. Dan, our game design lead, he creates these iconographic instructions off of a system that we created together. And then Elizabeth, our lead designer, has been doing all this beautiful work, and you'll be seeing lots more of that with new products coming. So you'll notice this is a little bit different than the other packs because the very first game we have in here is Dark Ball. And then Group Therapy. And so these are new games to start with. These are games that came from our community set. Heist is a game that came from the summer games. And so the first 3 games on here are games made all by the community, and they're ones that we really love, and they're just unlike anything else that you could play anywhere. And so, the game instructions, Paintbrush, one of the most deeply strategic games, I think. For me personally, I feel like the complexity here is sometimes overwhelming for me. I think the only reason why I can hang in there is because I think the game's so beautiful. And so lots of games here. I also wanted to share this. I think this will be really exciting. So I was talking about our feature of more and more community games. Well, on the Widgets Blink, we shipped with 3 games for the Widgets Blink. But one of the community members who you've seen on our live stream, Jonathan West, came up with a game called Topple Stones. And Topple Stones allows you to play a game with the coin flip Blink on widgets. And we thought it was such a fun game that we wanted to include it in the game system. And so this is the first time these instructions have been printed, and went ahead and took what Jonathan did and posted to the forum, created a little illustration for it, and you can play either a strategic game of Topple Stones or a casual game. Both are included in here. And so, there's lots in here. There's so much in here, in fact, that the game booklet here barely had room for any of our graph paper. But of course, we want you to be thinking of your own games and taking notes and writing your scores. So in the game booklet, there's still some free paper in there to use that hex graph paper. And of course, a huge thanks to all of the support from the Kickstarter backers that have really brought these things to life. So that's the game instruction booklet for the new, brand new Blinks Game System live on our website. And I should note, for Kickstarter, we do some discounts from our retail prices so that we can get these games out directly to you, and we're rewarding you for being the first people to get them. The Blinks Game Systems, which have shipped out at this point to all of our US backers, and the international backers are getting them. They're shipping out this week. If you've got a friend who's looking to get into Blinks too, for the next 5 days, the Blinks Game System is on sale on our website. You'll notice it's $20 off instead of $149. It's available for $129. It's a rad way to get into Blinks. It's the perfect gift to start the new year. It's the perfect way to really kind of manage this extended lockdown period. And I know so many people have just been writing us saying such amazing things about them. So, all right, now I got to get into the box. So this just holds the game instructions in place. Maybe you can use it as a little mat for a photo or something. But once again, paper product because we want to be sustainable. And then let's see what we've got here. So first thing out of the box, we've got 2 sushi roll cases. The sushi roll cases, this is the first time I'm opening this. They feel amazing. So the inside, I've mentioned this on live stream before, which is the sushi roll cases are made of 2 materials that feel really great. The outside is kind of a faux leather. It's the same that you'd see for like an iPad cover or an iPhone case. And then the inside is a suede material. It feels so good. You can actually use it to clean your screens. I use my sushi roll case to clear my computer screen and my phone screen. But in the new game system, you get 2 of these in the box, and you'll see why in a moment. Also, I think, yeah, these are the new ones. We've refined some details of this. We removed one of the plastics inside of the Blinks. Has a kind of outdated plasticizer. And so all of the new Blinks sushi roll cases meet all of the highest safety standards for all around the world. So let's see. Let's get into here. So here's our Blinks. And this is a little bit different too. Previously, when you would open up a box, the first thing you'd be met with would be the Blinks tops, so you could press them and turn them on. In this case, instead of having the tops up, we thought you'd want to see all the games you got, because we've got all this beautiful game artwork, and you want to know, okay, like I'm going to get right into it with the games. And so to do that, and to make sure that the tops were nicely preserved, the new box and new packaging actually keeps the Blinks away from touching the surface of the paper insert. So some real nice details here. I feel like it really makes this box a really good box to reuse if you like to keep your games stored in the box. But I mentioned I'd get to the fact that there were 2 sushi roll cases. So let's see. So each of the sushi roll cases is designed to hold 6 Blinks, 6 games. However, you don't need all 6 Blinks to hold your sushi roll shut. I like showing off this technique, so when you're putting away your Blinks, I like to fold them over, kind of like a modern-day phone, and then break them into a stack, kind of like Girl Scout cookies. And by doing this, the game artwork is on the outside. Oh yeah, paintbrush, such a gorgeous one. And now your Blinks can't turn on when they're in your pocket or in your backpack. So there's my first 6 games, but I've got 3 more here. And so the 3 I can do the same thing with. Make sure the game artwork is on the outside. And then I drop them into the sushi roll, and the case closes, and it works just the same. And so both of these can be popped into your pocket or your backpack. If you're the kind of person who feels like you want to see that game artwork at the end, you can, of course, space out the Blinks, and it closes up. You could even get creative and use this as a place to store maybe some dice or something else that you want to bring with you. Of course, we don't expect you to have this much space in your sushi roll case for long, because starting shipping at the end of February and March is the new game kits, which were first made available to our Kickstarter backers. And you'll be able to select these genre-specific games in sets of 3. And it's the perfect way to fill out this sushi roll and then all the next ones you've got. So that's the game system. Let me take a look at the comments. Great question. For those of you who already have the core and expansion games, are there more community sets being made to order? So, the community set boxes, because those games have been incorporated into our new game system and the game packs, we're no longer producing the community set box itself. However, if you have the core and expansion set, we are able to produce that set and ship them out to you. And so definitely reach out to us if you need the community games. Let me see. I should share this as well. This is pretty cool. So it's not done yet, but we're doing lots to update the Move 38 office. And one of the things that I'm excited about is for those of you that need a replacement game or are missing certain games that we really did a lot of work to get the sets just right, so going forward it's real easy to get the games you want. But if you've already got the system and you need some games, we'll be able to actually pull out, so in this case, for example, one of the community set games, here's the Dark Ball stickers, and we're able to actually make these sets of Blinks so that we can get you caught up and complete your collections. So that's a great question. There are some limited community sets that at this point are all reserved. Some of course, when there are ones that come back, whether it's a failed shipment or it's recovered, we'll make sure that we make those available as well. But no worries, we're definitely here to get you the games you want. Let's see. Cool. It sounds like people are liking the new box. NES. So the Nintendo systems growing up were one of the biggest influences, and I think one of the things that you'll see in some future packaging for Blinks as well, I think there's some really nice nods to the game systems that have come before us. And yeah, I'm really excited for us to push the boundaries of what game systems can be going forward. I think the engagement from the community is one of the most exciting things, and I think that going forward, I really would love for Move 38 to really lead the way and show that the game community is a really self-sustaining community. It's a creative community that makes incredible games, but can also support all these advances in hardware and capabilities, and there are lots of exciting aspects for smart tabletop in the very near future. So let's see. Lee really likes the art side up. Yeah, I feel like it's something we've been wanting to do, and we tried to do it, but we had to modify the molds for our packaging before we could do it. So modifying these molds to get them to keep the Blinks nice and clean. Let's see. Cool. Much more efficient, better looking than the original box, which was already cool, thanks. Yeah, we wanted to just, Blinks are so much fun, and we had kind of a very designerly sleek feel from the beginning. I'm a big fan of, I feel like everybody should be exposed to really considered, detailed design in their life. I think the kinds of things we get our hands on and play with and engage with inspire the kinds of things we make. And, that's definitely, I feel like you're never too young or too old to hold something of quality, and Blinks are really made to last your lifetime. Let's see. Oh, and I was talking a little bit about the community aspect and being a game system from the community for the community. I think that, already with 30 games published, that, more than half of them coming from the community, that, there's a really exciting road ahead with all of your help. It really, really wouldn't be possible without all of you. Let's see. More comments on the packaging. Yeah, and we've been evolving the packaging for a couple of reasons. One of which was we reduced the size of the initial packaging to make it easier to ship, cheaper to ship around the world, and lighter and more eco-friendly. We already had molds made and boxes available at this size, so we've designed them to be nested, kind of in the same way that A3, A4, A5 paper is nested. One is always half the size of the other. And we like that because it makes it easy on our fulfillment partners to package them in the same boxes. Let's see. Yeah, and so, we're always trying to evolve the packaging to be more eco-friendly, but also just, fit the right, really give the best out-of-box experience. And I think for us, with all the new people coming to Blinks, we want you to be able to open it up and get playing out of the box. And so I want to start this off because I feel like I can't do a box opening and not play a game real quickly. So let me actually break out one of the games. So here's our set, and I guess this is also just a good proof that they actually. All right, cool. So it looks like everything's working out of the box. When your Blinks arrive, they're each already set to go with their own game, and they light up all different because they're all different games. So I'm going to load up the first game I recommend starting with on the game system would be Wham. The second game I would recommend is Dark Ball. And so we've done lots of Dark Ball on our live stream. It's like the Pong of Blinks. So I'll load that up, and then I'll load up the next one in here, which I believe is group therapy, something we could all use a bit more of. 2021, I think I'm going to say, is the year for a little bit of group therapy. We could all use it. So I'm going to load up Dark Ball. We'll make sure that our Blinks are working out of the box. Let's see. Some good questions coming in. Cool. I just think it's wrong to have only 3 in a sushi roll case. I don't disagree. I think, luckily, that's why we make it easy to fix that. So let's start out. So here's Dark Ball, and I'll try it out with a quick one-player game. So I've been practicing. The better my timing is, the faster it goes. Oh, that was a bad one. There we go. Oh, okay, 1 damage. 2 damage. All right, 3 strikes and I'm out, I think is the way to play. Oh, cold, so cold. There we go, hot. Hotter. Hotter. There we go. I can't wait till quarantine's over so that we can... I'm looking forward to battling some people in Dark Ball. Okay, so that's Dark Ball. It's like the Pong for Blinks. I feel like it's so easy to pick up. Anybody can play it. The next game I wanted to show real quickly from the game pack. Oh man, I'm excited. We'll do this. We'll definitely do another live stream. This is the first time Heist has made it into one of our boxed packages. So congratulations also to one of our community members, Kier Williams, who's designer of both Heist and Ghost Hunters, which I got lots of time playing over the holidays. All right, so I'm going to load up one more game, which is next on here, which is Group Therapy, and then I'll wrap our live stream for today. And of course, as just a reminder, on our website, the 2 items we have in stock are the game system and the developer kits. So, if you want to get into making new games, get your Blinks developer kit. And if you're excited to get Blinks in the hands of friends, give them a little bit of relief from a little bit of COVID relief, you can get the Blinks Game System live on our website today. Okay, so here's Group Therapy. I gotta get these introverts separate. Not fast enough. Okay, so some of them pretty good. The red ones are a fail. So they all fizzle and then go into their personalities. Oh, I got this one. Here we go. Oh! One red. Here we go. I think I can get one for the camera. So I gotta separate the purple ones from the pink ones and get the pink ones together. Ooh, not fast enough. Okay, one more try. I'm gonna make it a little easier by putting a hole in the middle. There we go. All right. Cool. So that's a win for Group Therapy. Let's see. Bank account can't take another Kickstarter. The next Kickstarter, we'll definitely keep you in the loop about the next Kickstarter. In fact, the most important thing to know about that is the reason why we do Kickstarters is to bring new games to life. And the best way for us to bring new games to life is to publish the games that we see you making and the game designers that we've reached out to make games with. And so this Global Game Jam, I can't recommend it enough. Even if you've never made a game before and you're thinking about it, join in. It's so much fun. You don't have to be a programmer. You can learn how to program on the go. So the next Kickstarter, we definitely have plans for it. We'll be sharing that as that approaches. Let's see. The bento box. Okay, so this is a lot for this stream, but I can't help but tease it because I've been carrying around my prototype, and these are not a production thing yet. So we didn't hit our stretch goal from our last Kickstarter. Maybe I'll do a live stream just on the bento box as these prototypes evolve. So yeah, lots of good stuff coming for the Blinks community. I think there's some really cool stuff in the works. Excited to share more about it, but that's a little teaser. Let's see. All right, so that's it for our lunchtime live stream. Of course, be sure to subscribe to the to our YouTube channel here. Press the subscribe down below. Give us a like and spread the love with Blinks. Move38.com is the place to get them. And of course, every Thursday at 1 p.m., I'll see you here live. Can't wait to see y'all soon and ship out all the rest of our Kickstarter shipments. Looking forward to it soon.